Hey guys, it's Kristen. It is August 18th, 8:42 p.m. This is the time I could get this video out. I obviously got a channel, so I was like, I need to get on. And yes, I got my hair done. And I got it like I got my face shaped. So I wanted to do something a little different because I've just felt like, feeling myself lately. So even though it's been a weird time. Okay, I'm just gonna start. I'm gonna start what I wrote, and I can say I can resonate with this, but I have a feeling that it's someone that needs to hear this or multiple people. So take what resonates, take what doesn't. Don't take anything. Anyways, I'm gonna read. I'm gonna read what I wrote. So, and by the way, when I say you, when I say you in the reading with this that I'm gonna read, I didn't want it to like say I because I didn't want to make it weird. So I'm just saying you. Like I said, you can take it, don't, whatever. I'm just saying you as in, yeah. Okay. Anyways, so a part of you is often seeking to understand. It's not always clear what you are looking for. It's more a feeling that you can't shake, a restless urge to know more, driven to find a direction outside of what friends and family believe. Often when my handwriting, so I was writing this really fast and my kid was just jumping on me. Okay. Wow. I am chaotic. Okay. Sorry. Now I lost track. I'm so sorry. Oh, okay. Here we go. Often when you venture out on your own, irrational circumstances disrupt your path. You might take risks or express a unique point of view only to have something beyond your control inhibit you, testing beliefs and sense of truth, which you are intended to trust yourself above anyone else and to find your own direction in life. But there are periods of struggle when it feels like you are being put through trials for no clear reason. It can seem like whenever you follow someone's path or advice, you run into situations that leave you powerless. You are discovering that you are discovering that you only know what's best for you. No one can make decisions for you. You must learn to follow your intuition and inner knowing. Otherwise, whoa, where am I? Oh, sorry. Otherwise, otherwise you are likely to run into situations that are overwhelming and disempowering. You may be questioning what you believe at this time. So just when you think you have leveled off and found the answer, you are being made to feel your feelings to bring you closer to finding your truth. You may be drawn to complex experiences or they may seem to attract you. And then intense or extreme situations. Yeah, I think I said that could find you. I don't know what in the hell. So you may feel triggered, emotionally reactive, or internalize what you feel and be scared to truly share yourself. It can seem irrational, but the intention is to bring your deeper self knowledge, ensuring that you are only moving in a direction that feels right for you. Wow. Your path is forcing you to find. I'm sorry. My handwriting, I get I can't even read it. That's really bad. I'm sorry. Okay. Your path, this is Your path is forcing you to find your own way despite what others think. Maybe your environment growing up discouraged you from taking risk and being independent, or it reinforced the theme that the world is dangerous, making you feel anxious and afraid to trust yourself or venture out on your own. Even now, stepping out of bounds of what is considered normal and take an unconventional path may still seem like it leads to resistance or trouble. You might develop a fear of exploring the world, become cautious and withdrawn. Life could feel hazardous, and getting the chance to discover your authentic path might seem difficult. You may stifle your impulses and avoid risks. This could leave you feeling powerless, incapable of being yourself and getting what you want. You could go long periods of time keeping things down so that on the surface everything appears fine, but inside you feel anxious and alone, like no one understands who you are, no one even knows who you are. Or you may thrive on risks. You could be more determined to break free. You might enthusiastically seek out every opportunity or recklessly live life on the edge and go to extremes. It's likely you experience things that the average person never does. So whether adrenaline junkie or nervous energy, it manifests as anxiety and depression. And so with this energy, you may be unsure of how to cope with these emotions. You might even be bothered when people ask how you're feeling. You could emotionally react or be emotionally reactive or angry because you're not really sure if you want to go deeper into the pain. You may want to climb the highest mountains. So you do. But then you get to the top to discover another mountain that's even higher, which makes you want to keep climbing. The experience may not seem like enough. You could continually feel like you are missing out and that the present moment is hard to live in. So you restlessly search for the next peak to scale. You feel the need to try everything, but nothing satisfies you. So you keep anxiously searching for more stimulation. Eventually, the next thrill starts to feel hollow and empty. You need more than random objectives. You want depth. In response, you attract intense, irrational, and overwhelming experiences that you can't change or ignore, which this forces you to discover what you truly feel. This is not personal. It's not your fault. You don't do anything wrong. Life is a constant state of transformation for you. Instead of running away on another quest, you are being forced to actually go through the pain and survive it. You get to experience the spectrums of emotions, giving you the opportunity to develop into a rare individual. You are fearless, wise, and intuitive, and also have complexity, depth, and feeling. You know what it's like to be down and have to build yourself back up. Look within. Being alone and comfortable will help you intuitively feel your way through life. Eventually, you won't be overwhelmed, and all of this will empower you. Sorry, that was a little hard to get out there. Obviously, uh, someone was trying not to have me get that out. Thank you for my TED Talk. Goodbye. But yeah, so I just wrote that down about an hour ago. I felt I needed to say this. So I actually relate to almost all of that, pretty much. And so, what a weird time it's been, right? Have you been crying a lot? I don't know. Maybe you haven't. Like I said, there's collectives all different, but I've been crying a lot, even though it doesn't look like it. I think that's really hard. So, but okay, so I'll start off with this. So, I've had some weird experiences happen this week that's actually kind of brought clarity or more of an aha moments, basically. My oldest son, Wiley, he's 4, so he's just started preschool. Yesterday was his first day. So it's top. So he's a Pisces sun. I should know this. Pisces sun, Aquarius moon, and Libra rising. Okay. He's so funny. He's so funny. And I love it. It's that's why me and him get along so well, because me and him are just all, like, the same. It's so I had a teacher, one of his teachers came and talked to me at daycare, and she's like, there's kids that always say they love you. And she's like, there's kids like your son Wiley who you don't really ever hear them say that. So when they do say it, they actually mean it. And she's like, it makes me feel like I'm doing something right. And I said, I know what you mean, because, you know, I'm like that. I've always been a little a little different when it comes to life in general and relationships and people, friendships. I don't do the normal, I don't know what everybody else does. It's not like I don't say I love you uh, a lot. It's just I don't give it out freely to everyone. So there's a side people see, and then there's a side nobody sees except for very, very close people. And so that side of them, they get to see someone that is not really like this, if that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense to some people, but and it's not like I'm not being myself. I am. That's just it's more special because you're getting a side that, you know, is me, Still getting me, but not the like, yeah. Anyway, anyways, so if I tell someone, doesn't matter, friend, lover, what, who cares? But if I say I love you or love, the L word, uh, I I damn well mean it, and that doesn't come out uh lightly. It's so, and I do things differently. Like there's especially Aquarius is so funny because we do certain things that show that we like love you and care about you. So yeah, it's just funny. So my son, since he's been born, Wiley, he's just been like ready to go. That kid is just ready to go and can't stop him. I Good for him. Like I'm like, you do your thing. You do it. Go. Like you I'm not stopping. And I take him to school his first day because I drop him off and pick him up because I'm like, well, he might be a little nervous. I don't know. Maybe it's more for the parents than it is for the actual kids, but I didn't I didn't cry or anything. he was excited and like, I'm ready to go. Had this little backpack, and I was just, yeah, it warms my heart. Anyways, I take him in. I'm like, do you know where your class is? Because he already saw his class the other day, and he's like, yeah, I know my class is that. And I was like, okay, well, you can show me. And so he's like, just it's good, like leave me straight up, all the way over to the end of the building. And I'm like, and he goes in the class, he doesn't even say, bye, mom, love you. Like he just, and it's just funny because it just reminds me of me, like, because he'll be like, you don't, you don't say bye, you don't say love you. And I'm just like, I love you. What? I have to say, like, I got places to go. So it's just funny. It's, I don't know. That just, it was funny. So something happened today where it was like a miscommunication. But anyways, I had to take him again this morning. And I'm like, okay. And this time I just was dropping him off in the car. Put his backpack on. I was like, you good? And he's like, yep. Just goes past teachers, doesn't even like acknowledge them, just straight to the door, opens it, doesn't even say bye, love you. Just, and I'm like, and the principal, he's like, well, he's ready to go, isn't he? I'm like, yeah, he's always been ready to go. It's just funny. I don't know. I love it. I love it. Just I love that kid. I love that kid. And it's hard not to have these old feelings come up right now of I remember what it was like. And just because I had a hard time in school doesn't mean that he will. So I've been really, nope, not allowing that, not allowing that. And you know what's crazy about this story here is his teacher. He's got a teacher and an assistant. So when I was dropping him off his first day, I go up to the assistant and I'm like, I know who you are. I know, hold on. People trying to come in and out of the room. Okay, anyways, I was like, I know who you are. I know you. You look familiar. I know who you are. I know that I know you, but I don't remember how I know you, but I'm gonna figure it out. So I'm asking her, like, do you, here, there, then she's like, no. I was like, what's your name? And she told me her name, and I was like, that doesn't sound familiar. And it was right there. And I was like, I know who you are. I know that I know you. Said, I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna figure it out and I'm letting you know. And her face was just like, yeah, okay. All right, I'll see ya. And I was driving home and immediately I remembered who it was. I'm dropping off or picking Wiley up and she's there. And I was like, so do you know? It's like, so do you know so and so? And she's like, yeah, that's my sister. I'm like, yeah, your sister had a daughter who I was best friends with in elementary school before I moved to Arizona when I was 9. That's how I know you. I said, I haven't seen you since I was a little girl. I said, and somehow, I still remembered her. And it was just, she was just completely like blown away. She's like, like, you weren't kidding when you said you knew who I was. It's just like, that's crazy. But story about this is I have had things happen this year where I have second guessed myself. Insecurities had kind of come in, and I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. Even though I know, I'm like, I still let that, get to me. And when this happened, it just reminded me, I I'm always right. I mean, not like I'm always right about everything, but I'm just whenever I know something, like I have a feeling, I either know someone, I know I'm supposed to go somewhere, or I know like that's my next destination, or I know that's where I'm being pulled, I'm right. I'm right. And that situation was like a confirmation for me, which this just popped in my head. I don't even know why I didn't just recognize this. Oh my God. Okay. So there's been things I've been asking. Okay, I've been asking for signs and synchronicities. I've been getting them. All when it just thrown at my face. But I never really asked for confirmation because it's not like I got a yes or no. And it's funny. It's not like I got a yes or a no. I got a silence. So I was just, I, you can ask your, and like I said, everybody has their own thing. Don't have to do what I do, but you can ask your guides, angels, spirit guides, ancestors, God, whoever you work with or don't. But I asked them to come, I asked them to intervene basically, and I said, send me a confirmation in the next 24 hours. And I was thinking this whole time, I didn't get the confirmation. And I just realized that was it. That was it. Oh, that's crazy. Okay. Okay, anyways. People are probably like, what the fuck was what is wrong with you, crazy? No, I'm fucking magic, bitch. That's what people don't understand, like with Pisces. Pisces. And it's so fucked up how people like to talk, people that don't really know astrology, they just go, the normal sun signs. You you have every sign in your chart. And there's way more that goes to astrology than a lot of people even know or understand, but yet they just spew out their shit. So, anyways, uh Pisces. Pisces, victimhood, yes. Yes. But don't we all? Don't we all? Pisces is all of the signs together. We have different parts of every sign. We're the magicians. I don't know if you want to believe that or not. Don't have to, but that's why I think of whenever you meet like when you meet a Pisces and you see things, you're like, the fuck? Yeah, yeah. That's it. That's it. That's it. So Venus, was it Venus and Leo? So we're still in, yeah, so we're still in Venus retrograde. Yeah, Venus retrograde, and it ends on the 3rd, September 3rd. So is it Taurus, Libra? Who's the other one? And Leo will be feeling a lot better after September 3rd. This is not the time to go back to an ex, by the way, but I'm not here to tell you what to do. If you want to continue cycles and patterns, go ahead. I'm not stopping you. I'm not going to tell you what to do. If you believe that that is the person, I'm I can't tell you. I mean, you only know, but I will say this. I don't give myself enough credit. My gifts have been fucking amping the fuck up, okay? And I'll sometimes, my bad thing that I do is I will sometimes compare myself a little bit and be like, oh, I'm not as smart as that person, or I'm not as gifted as that person. And, but I'm my own person. So I've really, that's been a very hard one, but I've been doing better, way, way better on that. And so I do my own tarot for myself. And people can, if you don't believe in that, whatever, you don't have to. I never thought I would be into tarot, like even doing it myself, but it's very interesting. I was interested just because I'm like, well, why not? Like, let's just see, you know? And uh I was I was pretty surprised. So normally I can kind of tell when there's other energies that are either trying to come through. So if there's somebody that used to be attached to my energy or I used to know that's like thinking about me or sending me something, I will either have a dream or I can just tell. I can just feel it. Can feel when there's someone that's trying to come through. I can also tell when there's multiple. I can tell when there's so if I'm feeling kind of chaotic, like up and down. So if I'm having days where I'm like really doing good and then I'm like in a depressed, anxious, I pay attention. And I've started to realize this might not be for everyone. I've started to realize that means that there are more than one people, like there's more than one person that's trying to get through. And so it's causing this too much. Okay. And how I knew too, I knew that there was multiple people. I got my tarot and I'm doing it. And how I know as well is my tarot, like my readings will be fucking chaotic. When there's multiple people, it's chaotic. And then it'll come out too saying, yeah, there's multiple energies, there's interference, like there's just, so I'm like, oh, God, like all last week it was like that. And I was like, man, what the fuck? And it was bothering me because I'm like, fuck it, I don't want this shit. And I kind of already knew who these people were, most of them. Um, so if anybody's feeling that way right now, please, and that's just if you want to, I'm not telling you to do it, but if you want my advice, what I did yesterday, I did 2 egg cleanses and I knew. I knew that there was a certain person's energy that was trying to get through. I have called my power back and I'm like, nope. And I did the egg cleanse and it would, yeah. So if you're feeling like that, you can try that. Also, you can, I don't know if you work with incense. I don't really use sage because sage is like an antibiotic. So sage is like, it takes out all negative and positive energy. So it will clear the fuck I mean, I guess if that's what you want, you could clear the fuck out of the place. But that's how that's what Sage is for. So I usually use incense and yeah, and then I did the egg cleanse. So I'm sitting here doing my tarot, and it's like I said, I don't give myself enough credit. I have the reading going, and I immediately say, I don't remember what it was, but there's a card. So I said something. I knew something was coming up next, like what was going to be the next card was going to come out and be. And I look at the bottom, like immediately after I said, look at the bottom of the deck, fucking cards right there. I'm like, oh, I'm fucking good. I'm good. I don't care what anybody. I don't care what anybody says. I I fucking know my shit. Okay. If people don't believe that or know that yet, I don't. I don't gotta prove shit. I just and so as we're in what Venus in retrograde still, we had the new moon in Leo moving forward, right? So what do you think? It's happening a lot right now to some people. Not saying everybody. So what do you think happened to me today? And I got this dragon blood out because I mean fucking shit. I want this shit out. I don't want, and I don't claim universe these energies and people to come in. No, thank you. And so any of you guys, let's just I'm giving I'm giving some to you guys too. Okay? Because we all know it's fucking rough out there, okay? And those exes are coming. Not maybe not all of them, but you know what I mean. And so I had this one. I don't even know how the fuck he gets my number, dude. I block. He gets blocked, and he's still somehow fucking. I don't know. I've always had issues with some fucking crazy people, you know, obsessive or controlling, crazy. Anyways, tell this person, hey, stop calling me. Hey, stop, stop, stop. I don't want. I don't know. Mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. And then you've got the shit where, oh, I miss you. I miss you. Always love you. Yeah. You're gonna be missing me for the rest of your life, buddy boy. Sorry you just now realized. Sorry you just now realized who I am. Sorry. Sorry. You're now seeing me doing my own thing, blowing the fuck up, being a badass bitch. And now you just want to think you can come on in, don't you? After the fucking shit you did? Here's the thing. I'm the fucking queen. Okay. I'm not gonna have some motherfucker king sitting next to me that decides to go, you know what? I think I want to be a knight for a little bit. Oh, oh, yeah, I want something new, different. You know, I'm tired of being a king right now. Oh, yeah. Well, bye bye. Off with your head. Goodbye. You ain't coming back. Because once you step off that throne, you're not coming back. You're not coming back. You're not allowed back. And you also don't get to tell me that you're coming back and you know what's best for me. And you know, no, uh-uh. Fuck, fuck that. Fuck that. Fuck that. You know, yeah, I don't I don't want it. I already know what it's like. I already lived through that. I already know. I already know. Why would I be a dumbass to go back with somebody who treated me like shit or left me for something else or doing some shit? Hell no. Why would I go back to that? Fuck that. Hell no. And it doesn't matter if it's oh, it's great sex whatever. I want to like get, you know, because if you don't have anything else besides just that, that's not, no, I don't want that. That's not also not love. It's not. I think for a while, for a long time, used to have like not the correct way of looking at relationships, maybe, and it's kind of like I always wanted these transformative relationships, like transformative, adventurous, and then realize that those relationships were the most hurtful ones, the most painful, like, and not healthy. Not healthy. And I realized that a healthy relationship, it takes time and it is slow in the beginning. So, like, in the beginning, it's slow, right? So it grows. So, like bamboo, it grows and bamboo grows underneath the surface and it becomes strong. That's what makes a healthy, strong relationship, not those transformative. I have to feel something. And if I'm not feeling something, then you know, it's that person. No, if you are constantly looking for something outside of yourself, you're always going to feel dissatisfied. It will never be enough. And you always feel like you have to keep searching. But you also probably just not with the right people too, you know? And sometimes it takes going through things to make you realize, like, oh, I thought I wanted that, but I don't want that. I want this. Like, and that's okay. We're all allowed to change our minds. We're all allowed to, make our own decisions in life. Don't let anybody tell you what you should do. You know what's best for you. Fucking do it. You want somebody that everybody's different. Everybody does it differently. Same thing with jobs. Jobs are kind of the same way. It all, like, strategy wise, same way. You know, I don't, I see those people that come, I don't want that. I'm looking forward because I know what I deserve. I know who I am. Maybe a lot of people don't. They have to figure that out themselves. But someone that has the same passions as you, maybe not, doesn't have to be exactly the same thing, but someone like you. But usually a lot of the times that you see someone and the things that you're attracted to, a lot of the times, like, of what you like about a person, and you think, oh, like, inspired to, a lot of the times the things that you're attracted to by the other person that you think you don't have, you do. You have those inside. And it's whether or not you are with someone who brings those things out of you. And not only that, but we all make mistakes. You can be on the healing journey, but at the beginning of a new relationship, it takes time. And both are going to have to learn, you know. I totally understand, like, with me even talking about this, I would never expect someone to be, not have a bad day, because I still have bad days and I still deal with things. We all do. But it's basically, if you want to work with that person, with that or not, communication, and someone that's actually doing what they say what they do, has the same passions, maybe not the same thing you do, but they have that same passion inside of them and in themselves, so that they're not looking for it in another person, but you both can work together. The balance, that's what I like about Libras, the balance, harmony and balance. But that takes time. You don't get that overnight. It's baby steps. That's why whenever I was talking a while ago, when I was showing, I was showing my astrology for June. This was, oh my gosh, just back in May. And I said my Saturn was conjunct my midheaven. And I said something about celebrity, or it can mean celebrity, or like, I don't know how to explain it. I don't know. And then I did more reading on it, and I realized that for my chart, my chart, I had Saturn conjunct midheaven. The last time I had that was when I was two. Everything that I've been doing the last fucking for a long time, really last 10 years, but really since like 2015 till now, I've been relearning and like I don't know the word for it, but basically just relearning everything. And even myself, like healing, learning, learning the projections that I was taught my whole life and unlearning it. And basically, this is a time now where it's like baby steps for me, baby steps. So, like a baby, you know, when a baby starts taking, a baby doesn't just start walking, start crawling first, and then they start standing up and they wobble and they sit, you know, they fall down and then they get back up. And then, you know, soon enough, they're fucking, they're going. And that's what I want to remind everyone is maybe right now it feels like you're not, or feels like there's stuff going on where maybe you feel out of control, powerless, whatever it is. But just know there is movement somewhere in your life. May not be where you want it exactly, but there is. And it's any part of life, you know, when you start out, that's what it is, baby steps. But then you get there. It may take a while, but you get there, right? You know, we all get there, where we're going. But you know, that's how it is for me. Like when I know I'm gonna do something, I'm like, that's what I'm gonna do. That's where I'm going. You're not gonna stop me. You're not. It doesn't matter how many obstacles and hurdles I have to get and do and go through, brick walls, even by myself if I have to. I'm gonna fucking get there. Sometimes you have help along the way, sometimes you don't. Can't expect everyone to help you. Can't expect people to help you. Sometimes you gotta do it yourself. Sometimes things aren't as hard as other times. It's life. Learn to deal with the ebbs and flow of life because there's always going to be things that fucking knock your ass down. There's going to be people who want to poke you and piss you off just because they like that. But you have the power to either let them or not. Same with every situation. So you get to choose. Took me a long time. Took me a long time to learn that, but here I am. People have no idea. It doesn't matter what I do, even if I don't, I may be doing this later in the future, but I feel like I've got other things I'm going to be doing that don't involve this because I know other people can do this work. And I'm one of those people who I get into a lot of different things and I'm very creative. I need to put that out more. I need to do that more, whether that is going back to dance. I never thought I did a little bit last year, but yeah, I kind of, the world is my oyster. I get to decide, you know, and sometimes in life, you have to make tough decisions that you don't want to. I know what it's like to lose people, friends, family. I know what it's like to lose even myself. I know what it's like to lose things. But throughout that, I've gained things back, either better things, different people, places. Don't dwell too hard on the hard times because it doesn't stay there. And I'm not afraid to lose everything if I know I'm doing the right thing. I don't care if everyone else tells me I'm fucking crazy, that I'm being dumb, stupid, whatever. I don't care. For so long, I allowed people to tell me what they thought was best for me or listen to their advice. And that put me in places that took me a long time to get out of. And then I realized along the way I was right, that I have to trust myself, that when my intuition's telling me something, I feel pulled to something or yeah, anyways. uh I'm not going to fight it. I can sit there and try. It's been driving me a little crazy the last few months. I think since March. But also, what is mine, I'm going to take it anyways because it is mine. It was meant to be mine. So, I I don't tell people like listen to yourself. If that even that means being in a quiet place, I like to do that. I'll be in a quiet. Well, really, I like to do it in my bathroom. People might think that's weird, but I have a pretty big open bathroom, so I'll play frequency or meditation music, whatever I feel like listening to. Incense, if I want to, it's whatever I feel called to. Use which crystals I feel called to if I want to do that. Sit, affirmations. Uh, what else do I do? And then I just talk. I just talk to I just talk to my guides and my ancestors. So it's almost like I'm talking to myself, but I'm not because they're there. They are there. They're there. And I've had the problem of second guessing myself. And this week show me stop doing that because I've been right. And even sometimes maybe you might think you're right too. And maybe you could do something wrong, but at the same time, you still learn from it. Still learn. So it's not like you lost anything. You still gain knowledge. How do you want to look at life? And yes, I'm realistic about there are bad people out there. There are bad things. I'm realistic about that. But you can either let that bring you down or empower you. Either way, you get to choose. You get to decide. There's no better time to start than now. That's why I tell people. You never know. You never know how much time you have. You never know. When I lost my mom last year, I would never thought. Never would have thought. And then to think that I would lose my grandfather 10 days later. N Never. Best life. These things have been teaching me to stop holding on too tightly to things and outcomes or situations or expectations. So when I feel called to something, or I feel like, oh, I might lose all of these things that I had acquired on the way. Okay, but they're just things. They're just things. You can get them back. You're still alive. That was the weirdest thing. That was the hardest thing too, is after my mom passed away a few days, I go in a room and all of her stuff was still out, like she was just she was just there, what she was, but she's not. And that's the thing, you can't take that shit with you. We've been lied to. We've been taught that those things are what make us valuable. Money, materials, please. No, nope. So there's no better time to start. Doesn't matter what it is. If you're feeling called to something, do it. You can sit there and go, oh, well, I've got this going on. I got that going on. And I'll wait until this time. How do you know that you'll be able to do it then? Maybe some other stuff will come up and then you can't do it then. There's never going to be a perfect time. There's never a perfect time for anything. Ever. You'll be waiting your whole life and then you'll be dead. There's never a perfect time. Perfect time's always fucking now. It's hard sometimes because you may be questioning yourself. Stop questioning yourself. You know what's best for you. Because maybe you're afraid. What are you afraid of? Something actually working out for you? Getting better? What is it? Take that parasite and tell it to fuck off. Tell it to fuck off. I'm serious. Look at yourself in the fucking mirror and tell yourself, I'm a badass motherfucker. I can do anything. I'm the fucking shit. Come on. So you want that job? You want that person? You want that house? Whatever. I don't know. Whatever it is. What are you waiting for? You waiting for something to like tell you, oh, it's now, oh, now. That's not ever gonna come. You got to make the steps. You got to do it. So you don't, maybe, maybe whenever I guess you decide to do it, maybe. Also, you might have missed because you waited. But sometimes we all have to take risks or make those kind of decisions. But I'm one of those people where even though it's not like I don't get it often. Actually, I don't really get it often at all. Like really, I mean, with some things, but like specific things, I don't get it often. And when I do, or if I'm being pulled, or I'm like, I can't talk about the situation, but I'm just gonna say, like this year, it was driving me nuts because I'm like, what the fuck? My guides were pointing me in a direction. I'm like, okay, um, what is this? What is this? This is weird. I don't know. It's one of those like feelings of like confusion, uh, confusion, like what? And like what is happening? And then excited and passionate, but you're like, what in the I don't know how to explain it, but they were telling me to do something, and I was like, are you sure? You really, are you sure? I don't know if you're really sure. Like, I don't know if this is true. This is my, this has been my problem. I'll be like, I need to find more information to back this up. I need to find more evidence before I do something. And then whenever I do that, Spirit's like, you need more? Okay. Bam, 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 bam. I'm not kidding, by the way. That's what they did. And then I sat there and I was like, oh, okay. Well, what the fuck? And they're like, just be yourself. I'm like, thanks. Thanks. That's helpful. That's helpful. That helps me a lot. And, and then afterwards, I was, like I said, didn't get a yes or no. It was just kind of silence. And I was like, well, maybe I shouldn't have said that. Maybe I should have done this. And then all these insecurities were coming up. And then that parasite was like, and I'm like, nope, nope, nope. Because even if, let's say, even if the worst case scenario was right of whatever I was thinking, who cares? Sometimes we like do that to ourselves. You have to laugh at yourself because, we realize that we are the ones that like, get in our own way. And we and that laugh. Just make fun of yourself sometimes. Be so serious. But I wish I could joke way more on here, but I feel like I would get banned if I did if I joked about the things I normally joke, but not online. That's why I wish I could, do more of that. But that's for the people that get to know me or, are close to me. They get to see more of that side of me. But yeah, there's no better time. So go for it. I think it's always kind of weird when people say like don't what you don't chase. So what? That I don't chase, I attract. Well, let me give you a different let me get you a different perspective. I don't really see it that way. Some people can. That's great. If you see it that way and it works for you, great. Not telling you're wrong. Just I see it differently. I I see it as go and chase your dreams. Go fucking chase them. Have that passion. Whatever that passion is, go fucking do it. Life's too short. It's too short to be fucking miserable and unhappy with whatever's happening and who it's with. Even if you're by yourself, like even if you don't really have anybody. But I know, I know the right people are coming in my life. And it's a matter of time. Not if, it's when. And it's coming, but I'm patient, I guess. A little bit, not sometimes, but I'm learning to be. Yes, I do believe you should not chase someone. Um, Especially like if you're with the person and they're like, they've already told you, hey, no, or I'm not interested, or whatever it is, like they've already told you, like they're not interested or no, whatever, then that's, yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. But there's nothing wrong with like shooting your fucking shot. I always thought that was so weird. I don't understand why that's kind of like, oh, people kind of look down on that as of like a woman doing that. I've always thought that, you know, why not? If you see someone you like or you're interested in, fucking shoot your shot. Or you could just sit there and go, I wonder if that guy, I don't wonder if he's going to talk to me or if he's ever going to know I'm here. Well, one, he might, and he may, or two, he won't. He'll walk out that door. You'll never see him again. How would somebody know who you are if you don't like say, hey, hello, hi, I'm here. Here I am. I don't see anything wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. The people that go for shit, no matter what it is, person, place, whatever the fuck, they're the ones that get it in life. Don't be crazy though. Like, don't go too crazy. But do what you need to. I'm here to help encourage people, help to hopefully teach what I've learned, but also encourage. This is the time. It is frustrating. Maybe it's satisfying because maybe you do want something to happen, but it's not happening, or you know what I mean? But learn to be okay with where your life's at, even if it's not where you want it yet. Because, like I said, baby steps, you get there. May not be the timing you want it to be, but I've always, like I say, the best and strongest things takes time. Slow growth, strong, bamboo. Yeah, I am. I am fucking here for you guys. I really am. I love this shit. I feel so much better. I feel so much better whenever I do these videos. I'll feel like so anxious because I'm like, damn, I need to do this. And then I'll like try to get myself out of it. But whenever I do it, I feel so much better. But this is why I know I'm still meant to be doing this, because I still feel the same way I felt when I first started. Like I feel like a little kid. And I'll be around little kids too. I mean, don't be like a weird. Okay, don't go by kids you don't know. Oh my But if you do know kids, like family members, use your own discernment there. Watch them. They're so full of fucking life and they don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck. That's what I love about kids. They don't give a fuck. They'll they will sit there and they will just people just rip ass shit, piss, like whatever. Like they don't care. And they will tell you that they don't care. But you know what? I love it. They're just being themselves. The kids are so fucking innocent and pure fucking life. You need some of that inspiration? So yeah, thank you for being here. This is the time too. Any exes coming back soon? Fuck off. I'm gonna work with Archangel Michael here, and I'm gonna cut these cords again, these energetic cords that are trying to fuck with me. I work with light, not dark, by the way. If you think I work with dark, you're out of your mind. And if you haven't worked with archangels before, oh my God. They don't fucking play. So you want to cut these fucking cords? Archangel Michael. He got you. You pray to. You pray to him. Call on him. Whatever you want to do. Don't have to though. This is time moving forward. This is a time for us to be who we are, our purpose, our mission. This is our mission in life. Find your mission, find your passion, go do it. This is also a time too. We're supposed to find our soulmate counterpart and do it with them too. So let's fucking get it. Let's fucking go. Time's a wasting. There's no perfect time. Don't have to say it again. No perfect time. Say it again though. If you've watched this whole thing, thank you. I don't even know how fucking long this is. I've just been chit-chatting. But yeah. Love you guys. Be strong. You'll get through this. Things don't stay, things don't stay, you know, like this. Not everybody may be in this, but you know what I mean. Love you guys. I don't want to be back. Sometime. When I get another fucking message, I'll be back. See ya.